Les here, welcome to this tutorial. And in this tutorial what we're going to do is work with this box, and we're actually going to create a label for this box and apply the label to the box. And we're going to put it on two sides of the box, so we're going to be putting it on the left hand side of the box and on the right hand side of the box. And what we want to do is to get the perspective of the label correct, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, I'm just going to move this to the center of the picture to work with. And I always duplicate the layer, so I'm just going to go to the layers there. And this image you can actually download from our website, and you'll see the link in the magazine to do that, or you can go to the website and look at our video link and you'll find it on there along with the file. So I'm going to right click on the layer and we're going to duplicate the layer. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do is to create a new layer. So if we go down on the layers palette, and I'll just drag this up slightly like this so we can see it. There we go. We're going to create a new layer. So you see that symbol there? When you put your mouse over it, it says create new layer. Click on that, and now we've got a layer on top of the other two that we've got there. And this is where we're going to create our label. So very quickly, to create a label, we go to the marquee tools. They're at the top of the toolbar. And if I hold down the mouse, we can see the rectangular marquee tool. That's the one that we want. So I'll click, and we're going to draw the sign. This is going to be the label. We don't want it too big. So around this size, something similar to that. Hasn't got to be exact, but something around that size. And then we're going to change the foreground colour to white. I'll just drag straight up to here, to the corner. If you drag your mouse into the corner, that will give you white. And then we're going to use the paint bucket tool. So that's there. And we click on that, and we just simply click inside the box there. So that's going to be the paper, if you want to put it like that, for our label. And just to make it look a little bit better, I'm going to put a bit of shading on there. So I'm going to swap these two colours round by clicking the little boomerang arrow there at the top right of the two colours. So we get black. And I'm going to click on the brush tool, and we'll select a soft brush. Any soft brush will do. And we can resize the brush. Remember, I keep telling people about this on the videos, you can use the keyboard for this, and it's a good one to use. So next to your enter or return key, to the left of that, you've got the two curly brackets. And if you press the one on the right, it will make it larger, and the one on the left makes it smaller. So we'll go with something about like that. Now what I'm going to do is to go to the options bar on the tool, and where we've got the opacity up there, I'm going to drag that down quite low. So about 10–11%. And now I'm just going to click, just to make it look a little bit dirty. So we've got a dirty label. There we go. So something like that, just to give it a bit of texture. And then the next stage is we click on the text tool. Now we're going to change the font on this to get something that's going to be suitable for a sign. So Arial Black is a common one on computers, and that's a nice one to use. So if you've got Arial Black on there, that's going to be the best one for this exercise. On the options bar, we change the colour to red. So red, you drag to the top or the bottom, we get red. And I'm going to click right in that, drag the mouse into that top corner, and that will give us red. Now the font size, if I click on there, we're just going to click in the middle of that area there. And the font size, you'll have to change accordingly, but we'll try this. We can always resize it later, so really the size doesn't matter too much. We need to be able to read it basically. So we work with 10. I've clicked the center align on the options bar, so we're center aligned. and I'm going to type in open in capital letters, press the enter key with enter again, so each word on a separate line, open with care. And then we're going to click on the move tool. We want to make sure that it's centered in this area, and if it was too big or too small you can resize it. Hold down the shift key when you do that and you'll get the perspective correct. So something like that, and just position that in the middle of your piece of paper. There, I think it's looking okay. Just click the tick on the options bar when you've resized. It's looking okay. Now what we want to do is to go to the layers palette, and we're going to right click on the text layer there where it says open with care, and we're going to rasterize the type, and that means we're going to change it from a vector typing format to a BMP format. So I'll click on rasterize, and then we're going to merge that down with the other layer by right clicking and going to merge down, and then with the move tool on you can see that we've now got our label. And if you put it there, it doesn't look right, does it? Because it's not in perspective with the actual box. So this is the important part now. What we want to do is to select this, and a quick way to do that, if you hold down the command key on your keyboard and click once on the layer with the command key down, you can see that it's made the selection. I'll show you another way just in case you can't do the keyboard key shortcut. So I'll just unselect that, deselect. Another way is basically you can just use the magic wand tool and click outside of the area, and what you then get is the reverse of what you want, and then you invert the selection. So you go to select, inverse. So that's two ways. That's the slightly longer way if you can't manage it with the keyboard. So it's command and click on the layer to select it that way. Okay, now this is the important stage. What we want to do to this is we need to copy it to the clipboard. So we go to edit, copy, and then we can deselect it. So select, deselect. And what we now do is hide this layer. So I'm going to click on the eye, and I must make sure that I click on the box layer, so the copy layer, because this is what we're now going to be working on. So remember, that actual label is stored in the computer's memory, and that's really important. You must edit and copy to do this. And now what we're going to use is a special filter. So I'll go to filter, and it's called Vanishing Point. I'll click on that, and if we look, we've got different tools along here, and probably the first one that comes on is this create plane tool, and that's what we need to be on to start with. And basically what I'm going to do is to draw a box around this left hand side of the actual box on there. So I'll go to the corner and I click once, I'll move the mouse down to another corner and I'll click once, and then to the other corner, one click, and then you see it comes like this, like a piece of elastic, and we go to the final corner and one click. And if you're not happy with that, you can go to these little handles, graphic handles, and you can move them to get exactly what you want. Now this is going to be the perspective for our actual label, and we also need to do this right hand side. So again, we click back on the create plane tool, which is the second one down on there, and I'll go to this corner, one click, this corner, And so if you go slightly wrong, don't worry too much, because you can move it around later. That's looking okay for me. Okay, so we've now got 2 panes. If I click on that one, you can see I can select either one. So I'm going to select the left-hand one first of all. Okay, so now we're going to have to paste the label that we've created. And to do that, we use the shortcut. So Command V, using your keyboard. You could have gone to edit paste, obviously. And we need to make sure that we've got this marquee tool there selected, and we've put the mouse over the label, and watch what happens now when I drag it onto one of these panes. See it change? Okay, so now I'll put the label into position, and then I'll paste another. Can't actually do it from there, so you have to use the shortcut. Command V, and I'll bring that into the other pane. See how it changes from that one to that one. And we put that into there. You can see the perspective's correct. It's a little bit larger on that one, so we can go to the transform tool. And the transform tool is located on the left there. You see transform tool there. And we click on that. And holding down the shift key, we can just make it a little bit smaller. And move it to the position we want. Probably a little bit bigger, just a touch. There we go. And then we simply click on OK. And there's our box with our label on in perspective with the actual box itself.